Peace, 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 family. Do me a favor. Hit that like button up, and if you can, share it. Drop the nans and let me know my audio was great. Hit the like button up, share it. Drop the nans and let me know my audio was great. Ronchi, welcome to the live, God. Welcome to the live, God. Y'all do me a favor. Like it up, share it, drop the nans to let me know my audio was great. I don't know what's been going on with the weather lately, y'all. It's like summer don't want to come and stay. It's giving summer do not want to come and stay. Keevis, welcome to the live, man. Y'all do me a favor. Pound the like button up and share it, y'all. Pound the like button up and share it. I'm going to try not to yell too much, y'all. My voice is kind of hoarse a little bit. But like I said, I don't know what's going on with summer, man. It's like the weather is fluctuating. I don't know what they doing with that weather machine, y'all, but they got to do something different this year. Thanks for the nines, Keevis. Thanks for the nines, Shamika Rowe. Welcome to the live reflection. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Y'all do me a favor. Pound that like button up and share it. Pound the like button up and share it. I really just wanted to come on here and chop it up with y'all a little bit in terms of like how to manifest, how we manifest, and the power of manifestation. And the reason I really want to chop it up with y'all about this is because I hear so many people complaining about their life, but they don't really understand that they are the co-creator of their own existence. You're creating your own reality, despite what it is that you've been told. It's a must that you understand this. You know, I don't care what walk of life you walk. I don't care what you believe in. You have to understand that you are creating your own reality. Pound that like button up and share it. I don't know. I feel like they playing with my live. Y'all only got 17 people in here, man. But guess what? We're going to do what we got to do regardless. I don't care how many people come here. We're going to chop it up regardless, y'all. All right? But do me a favor. Pound the like button up and share it. Drop the nines. I'm going to see if Facebook allow my numbers to go up in here or not. But look, the show must go on. The show must go on, y'all. Brandon Green say, check my music for Christ on my page. Y'all go check out Brandon on this page. Byron say they played enough with weather. This is right. Yeah, that's big facts. We all know at this point weather is controlled. I broke that down a couple years ago pertaining to like the clouds, their creation, what they do, how it is. This is why when you look up right now, you see the clouds and why it is that they're gray right now. That's because of the silver iodide that was released into the clouds. It's causing the storm to take place in the clouds. And that's why the ancestors or your grandmother, they would always say they could smell the rain, but that was really the chemicals that they were smelling that was inside of the cloud. Like I said, y'all, I'm going to try not to yell too much today, like raise my voice, because I am trying to heal my voice. I'm kind of hoarse. I feel like somebody is trying like to attack my throat chakra. But yeah, I really just wanted to come on here and give it to y'all, like, you know, how it is that we manifest our own reality. Because like I was just saying, we are the co-creators of our own reality, okay? And this is why when you get in the biblical context, it tells you, so a man thinketh, so he shall become. And see, it's so many people, right, that don't quite understand that concept. They don't quite understand that, you know, you're creating your own reality, and this is why you need to think positive thoughts, okay? But let me start this out with the right spiritual energy. I want to say peace to the gods and goddesses, peace to the ancestors, peace to the high vibrational beings, peace to the spiritual guides, peace to the ascended masters, peace to the archangels, and peace to my spiritual team and the Most High for giving me the strength to do what I do on a day-to-day basis. I love them, I love them, I love them, man. Y'all already know what it is, right? But yeah, you know, and I hear so many people, y'all, really sitting around and whining about their life the way it is. But the fact of the matter is you waiting on somebody to come along with the hopes that they're going to give you the keys that you need in order to change your life. And that just ain't how life works. I don't care if you waiting on God, Jesus, whoever to step in and make things happen. You need to take one step before any deity can come along and help you manifest your own reality. Okay? And I'm going to tell y'all this. See, the reason why the majority of people are not manifesting their own reality is because they don't believe that they are in control of their own reality. That's the biggest problem that you having right now. You do not believe that you are in control of manifesting your own reality. You've given the glory and the responsibility of making it your life and the outcome that you wanted to have to somebody outside of yourself. When are we going to start to learn that we need to go within us to change what's happening around us, to change our own reality. When you manifesting your reality, the first thing that you need to do, you need to believe that you can even manifest your own reality to begin with. If you don't believe, what did I just say? When we get into biblical context, what does it say? So a man thinketh, so he shall become. It's telling you right now, you're manifesting your own reality because everything starts with a thought. Somebody drop it in the comment section. Say everything starts with a thought because everything starts with a thought. There is nothing that you have done in this realm of reality that has not first came from a thought. Nothing that was created on this planet was created without being thought of first. You see what I'm saying? So you have to change the way you think. A lot of people are not willing to change their own thought process. Stop giving the glory. And when I say give the glory, I don't mean like thanking the Most High and your spiritual team for aiding and assisting you in this. But I mean, like, stop waiting on somebody outside of you to come along and help you with what it is that you want to achieve in this life. And I want to say this, especially to my spiritual people who've gotten on the spiritual journey and they're assuming that because they're on the spiritual journey, you're not supposed to be manifesting the reality. Man, wake up. Like, especially if you were chosen by your ancestral team to be a generational curse breaker, that you're going the whole opposite way. Now, when we get into generational curse breaking, it can be from many standpoints, okay? It can be like from abuse, you know, like alcoholic abuse and things like that, which, you know, I'm going to talk about a lot of these things in the lecture that I have coming up. But, you know, you could come from a long line of alcoholics and you were the one who are meant to break the chains off of that curse that was laid on the family when it comes to you participating in like just overindulging in alcoholism, excuse me. Okay. But some of you are really meant to change your own reality, to bring an abundance back to your bloodline, and you're running toward the whole religious aspect of everything, and you thinking that you ain't supposed to do this. This is something that you're supposed to get when you transition. You waiting on your death in order to manifest to get your glory, to get what it is that you're supposed to get. Y'all pound that like button up and share it for me. Everything begins with a thought. You have to change your thought process. Not only do you have to change the thought process, but you have to believe in what it is that you're thinking about. So what do I mean like that? Let's just say if you want to go get you a house, you want to get a nice car, you want a loving family. First and foremost, when we get into the universal law of vibration, it tells us that we must first vibrate at the frequency of that in which we want to manifest. So you need to raise your frequency up. You see what I'm saying? You can't be running around here moping, crying, bitching, screaming, angry all the time, and sad about what it is that you want because it's not happening in your life, and then think it's going to come into fruition. You're vibrating too low for that to come into your life. You have to raise your frequency up in order to be able to manifest that. So let's just say, like I was just going to say, you want a house or a car. You have to see yourself riding in that car. You have to know that that car is yours already. You have to feel it. You see what I'm saying? You have to already know. And then when you put the action in behind your thoughts, because look, first and foremost, I want y'all to understand, we think, we speak, and then we put emotion into it, which is energy into emotion. Okay? We put energy into it. Okay? So first we think, we speak, then we put energy into it, which is energy and motion. That's what emotion is. Energy and motion. You're going to put your energy and your emotions into what it is that you want to manifest. But you have to get your thought process right first and foremost. A lot of y'all be running around talking about what you can't do, what's too hard for you, and you ain't understanding that with the tongue we speak life or death, which is the second thing I want to get into, right? After you can get your thought process together, after you can feel what it is that you want, after you can actually see yourself in it, you see what I'm saying? After you know that it's already yours, then you're going to begin to speak it, which is what we do automatically. How many of you have already thought like, dang, I need to get me a new car. I need to get me a new house. I want a loving partner. I want so on and so forth. And then after you think it, you begin to speak that to everybody around you. Unbeknownst to yourself, with the power in the tongue, you're speaking that into existence already. But that thought process is the beginning of the manifestation. Then you begin to speak it. Do you believe in you? Do you believe that you can manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest in your reality? I'm talking to somebody. Somebody need to really hear this message today. I know you did. Somebody say, with the tongue, we speak life and death in the comment section. You have to understand, we're speaking life and death not only into our children, but in everything around us. You speaking life into your mom. You speaking life into your children. You speaking life into every situation in your life, to your finances, to your love life. You see what I'm saying? You're speaking these things into existence. So when you're speaking about yourself, you need to be speaking positive. Man, I'm finna get this car. This car's finna come into fruition. I'm finna get woo, woo, woo. And you are already seeing it. You are already feeling it. You see what I'm saying? You have to speak positivity over your life. You can't allow nobody to come in, because believe me when I say, bro, the enemy is going to come in. Sometimes it don't even be the person that you're telling what it is that you're going to do to that's trying to stop you from getting it. It's that demonic energy that's attached to him. That demonic entity that's attached to your bloodline, and that demonic energy that don't like your light, that's operating through them to try to create doubt in your mind so that you can no longer visualize yourself being where it is that you want to be. You see what I'm saying? So that you would no longer think that you're capable of doing it. You see? And I'm going to tell y'all something. It's a lot of people out here that don't believe that they can become wealthy. They don't believe that they deserve it. They think that you have to be a part of some form of organization in order to do these things. Well, I'm here to tell you, bro, that if you don't have the gifts, if you don't have the willpower, nor the strength to get up and do it, ain't nothing the organization can do for you. You see what I'm saying? Everything is operating through you. Raise your frequency up. We live in on a vibrational planet. Everything is alive, even the words that you speak, even the thoughts that you're emitting from your head. All of these things are alive, and when you start to think it, you start to speak, you put that energy out into the atmosphere. You put it into the universe. So if you want to see change in your life, you have to think and speak differently. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And watch how things start to, because look, it's something about when you open up your mouth to speak, the universe begins to operate and move around, and they start to work for you. Oh yeah, and they vibrating at that frequency. They got high energy. I don't need no around me. They don't need no negative. See, understand what I'm saying? When you operating in a high energy, that's when you're going to start to see things change in your life. This is why I tell y'all, sleep is a must, because we live in an energetic realm. If your ass tired, you ain't going to want to get up, and you ain't going to want to go get the things done that you need to get done. You're not going to be in the energy or in the mood to get up and do what it is that you need to do. And this is why the enemy oftentimes attacks your energy. They want to keep you in a lazy mode. They want to keep you in a stagnant state. They want to have you procrastinating. Look, because when your energy is low, it's easy to cause you to doubt. You're not having the right thought patterns that it takes to manifest. Like, when I tell you this, bro, look, let me tell you something. You ain't literally got to go out and do nothing extra. All you have to do is have positive thoughts and high vibrational energy, and watch how things start to change in your life. Watch how the things that you start to speak over you, your children, your family, over your circumstances, watch how they start to change, because your thoughts change and the way that you're speaking about the situation has changed. Watch how all that changed. This is universal law, y'all. We know this. We have to understand, like, look, y'all, nature is teaching us on a day. Like, if you want to know how to manifest, look at nature. Because everything that you think is anything comes from nature. This is how you manifest your reality. And see, it's a lot of people, man, that don't know how to do this. Well, how do I keep a positive mindset? Do something that you like. How do I keep my vibrational frequency up? Do something that you like. Somebody say, today I'm going to do something that I like, in the comment section. You see what I'm saying? When you down and out, if you like to cook, you need to be in there cooking. If you like music, you need to be listening to music. You need to do something that's going to allow your frequency to get back up. Now, like I was just saying, you have to understand the enemy is always going to creep in. And it won't always be because the person that's on the opposing side wants to be that person, but they have not raised their frequency up enough in order to operate under the laws that I'm telling you right now. So the enemy is using them to come in and say, man, you ain't going to be able to do that, man. You got to do this. You know how much work it's gonna take for you to do that? You see what I'm saying? Look, nah, man, that's just cost too much money, man. You need a whole team. You got to be doing this, that, and the other. That's the enemy trying to creep in to make you have that self-doubt so that you will lack the motivation and or the energy to believe in yourself to get up and do it. Y'all pound that like button up for me. Pound that like button up and share it, please. Somebody need to hear this message today. You feel me? And that's when you got to say, nah, look, I don't even want to hear that. I'm finna raise my frequency up. Soon as you start to operating at a high vibrational energy, somebody's going to want to come in. They're going to want to, look, y'all, I want to show y'all how lower vibrational entities work in your life to keep you believing that you can't have what it is that is already yours to begin with. As soon as you start to operating at a high vibrational frequency, as soon as you start to speak from a positive standpoint, watch how somebody comes in and tries to create that doubt in your life. Watch how they try to tell you that they can't do it. Watch how somebody comes in and tries to create an argument with you. You see what I'm saying? Watch how somebody tries to pull you down, tries to demotivate you. That's that darker energy. That's the enemy trying to creep in that wants to keep you at that lower vibrational frequency, right? Because the lower you are in your energy, the easier it is for these demonic energies to sit there and cipher off of you, to suck that up off of you and keep you in that state. Get out, get in the sun, walk, exercise. These are things that you need to do in order to raise your frequency up. Salt baths. You see what I'm saying? These are the things that you need to do. Now I'm going to tell y'all the third thing, right? Like I just said, it's 3 things that you need to do. And see, I got a lecture coming up because you have to understand that this realm of reality that we live in is based on the 3. It's based on the number 3. And if you ever want to manifest anything, you're going to manifest it under the law of 3. Because in this realm of reality that we live in, everything operates under 3. This is why they teach you your ABCs. They teach it to you in your 3s. They teach you your 1, 2, 3s. Okay. They teach you how to live your life in a certain format, which I don't want to, because this next lecture that I got coming up is going to touch on that. But this dimension that we live in is operating under the law of 3. Everything that you do in this realm of reality is going to be done from the standpoint of the number 3, because the number 3 is how it is that we manifest. Okay. That's the way this dimension operates. So like I just said, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to change your thought process. Okay. You're going to change the way that you think. Even if you find yourself starting to think negative, even if you start to see that you're starting to doubt things in your life, your capability of being able to get up and get it done, even if you feel like, you know, it's just a fairy tale, that it's something that only certain people are able to do, you're going to immediately start to push that out of your life. You're going to start to see it in your mind's eye. You see what I'm saying? This is how you manifest. You're going to start to feel it so much. It's like, man, I could really see it. I know it's somebody in here, man. You knew that you was finna get something, even before you had it, to the point of where you could just see it. The Most High was giving you visions. Your spiritual team was giving you visions. You knew without a shadow of a doubt that whatever it is that you were aiming to have in your life was going to come in fruition. That's how much you could feel it. Because you was thinking and you was vibrating that high about it, and pretty soon it came into fruition. So that's the first thing you're going to do. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to change your mindset, and you're going to change it to the point of where you know that you can feel it, that you can see it, that it's already yours. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? This is what you're going to do. And as soon as somebody comes in, tries to lower your frequency, this is how it has to go, y'all. As soon as somebody comes in and tries to argue with you, tries to fight with you, tries to deter you from it, as soon as you find your energy slipping, you're going to go do something that you like, something that you love, something that you know is going to raise your frequency back up, something that you know is going to get your mind state out of the slums, something that you know is going to get you back to that point of where you back on that thought process. You see what I'm saying? The second thing you're going to do is you're going to speak it into existence. Every time you think about it, you're going to speak about it. And whenever you speak about it, you're going to speak about it as if it's already yours. Because it is. Because the moment you thought about it was the beginning of the manifestation. You see what I'm saying? How many of y'all had said, look, I'm finna go have me a child? Or when you was a child, you said, I want to have me a baby girl. I want to have me a baby boy. I want this, that, and the other. How many of you have done that, right? And it may not have happened right then and there, but it happened eventually. That's another thing I want y'all to understand, right? We have to understand that manifestations do not happen overnight. Get that out your mind. If you're looking for something to happen overnight, you are already putting yourself in a situation to not believe in your own self because you wanting it to happen overnight. You see what I'm saying? It takes hard work and dedication for your manifestation to come through. See what I said? You got to believe in yourself. Some of y'all are already down and out. You know, your life is going so bad, it's hard for you to even believe that change can come. You see what I'm saying? It's hard for you to believe that change can come. So that takes hard work for you to even change your mind state up. To even recognize when your mind is going back in that route to the point of where you can't believe in it anymore. Or you see what I'm saying? You have to, because that's one thing you got to work on. You have to work on being able to recognize when your mind is not on that level of frequency that you need it to be on. You see what I'm saying? Then you're going to start to speak it. Like I said, you're going to start to speak it. You're going to start to speak positivity over your life. You're going to speak it as if it was yours. You're going to feel it. Oh, yeah, when I get this, I'm finna have this in a minute. I'm going to have this car in a minute. I'm going to have this house in a minute. Oh, well, what type of house you about to get? I'm about to get a 6-bedroom house, pool in the back, or sitting around 5 acres. You have to speak like that. Oh, yeah, I'm about to get ready to get it. When you about to get it? Oh, I'm going to have it within the next 6 months. Or I'm going to have it in the next year or so. You see what I'm saying? Then what you got to do. Then the third and the final thing that you need to do is you have to put your emotions into it. You have to put your energy into motion. You got to get up every day with that on your mind. Hey, look, I'm finna go get this. This is what I'm doing. I'm finna get this car I want. I'm getting this big ass house I want. I'm working on the finance. You got to get up with that energy that you're putting into motion every day. And if somebody is coming towards you trying to deter you from that, you got to hit them with the stiff arm. Not tonight. Not tonight. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about what all it takes to get it. You see what I'm saying? All the work that I got to put in to get it. All the stuff that you're trying to tell me to make me feel like what I'm trying to do in my life, what I'm speaking into my life, what I'm thinking through my own manifestations is going to be hard to do. I don't want to hear it. You see what I'm saying? This is not hard, y'all. And then I'm going to tell you another thing you have to do. You have to stay away from those people who do not have the same energy that you have, the same zest that you have for life. Stay away from them, because they ain't going to do nothing but pull you down. They going to have you thinking along the lines of what it is that they're thinking along. Look, you are a divine being. Don't ever get it twisted. If you think that the Most High has not given you the energy to manifest what it is that you need in your life, then you already misled. You were made in the likeness and the image of your Creator, meaning I made you not only to look like me, but to have the capabilities in terms of doing what it is that I have done. So if I manifest all this around me, if I created this first from a thought, then I said, let there be light, and I spoke these things into existence, you can do it too. You don't think the Most High said, look, I want to create this whole reality. Let me start. Okay, well, what do I need? First of all, we need sun. Then he spoke, let there be light. He spoke everything into existence as he thought it. But see, after he spoke it, even speaking it was putting his energy into his emotions in it. Energy into motion. This is how you manifest. It starts here. It starts here. Look, let me tell you something, man. First of all, when you're a high vibrational person, when your energy is good, you go around people, man, they love that energy. They want it for themselves, man. They want to just be near it because they see the energy and the frequency that you vibrating on is one that's capable of manifesting things and pulling things to it. So some people be like, look, if I could just get near that energy, if I could just be in the company of that energy, I know that I will be capable of doing what they're doing, having what they're having. You see what I'm saying? Therefore, unbeknownst to yourself, you're going to be attracting all of the right people to you. But they be like, man, look, he or she has a great spirit. They have a great spirit. I want y'all to understand ain't nothing hard about this. Nothing hard. Nothing is up. I have to tell my kids this all the time because you know what? With YouTube being out here all the time, y'all, they looking at these things that's happening around them. You know, they looking at these YouTubers wearing their big chain. First of all, y'all don't know that the majority of their lives are rented. But see, anything that they're doing is easily obtainable and you don't have to sell your soul to get it. You don't have to sell your soul to get it. All you have to do is believe that it's already yours and that you're capable of doing it. All you have to do is get the knowledge behind it or the wisdom to be able to obtain it. And you can have the same things that you can have. My son go crazy every time he see a Cybertruck. Every time he see a Tesla. Bro, all of that does not make a person rich. What makes you rich is your mindset. Yeah, because if you have a wealthy mindset, you are already wealthy anyway. This is what we have to understand. Your mindset is what makes you wealthy. That same mindset that can put you in a state of abundance, if it was to be taken away, that same mindset is what's going to get you back there. Your mindset and your energy, your capability of being able to manifest that in what you want in your own life. Trisha Boyer say energy flows where attention goes. If you only look for evil, evil is all you'll see. That's big facts. Imagine how many people that's on this live right now. Imagine how many people that's going to come to see this live after I get off of this live. And they're going to have their head down when they come into this live. Talking about, man, my life is just so bad. Why I can't get this? Why everybody else having this in their life and I can't have it? That's why right there, you're not even realizing that the reason your life is the way it is because of the way you think. First of all, you're worrying about what everybody else doing. You're praising what they're doing instead of using that as motivation to uplift yourself and go and get it for yourself. You see what I'm saying? Half of y'all want everything you see. You worse than the kids. Y'all let me know if y'all can still hear me. Drop them nines, man. And let me know if y'all can still hear me because I know the wind is blowing out. Like I say, the weather been crazy, y'all. And I know I said I wasn't going to yell, but that's what I do when I get excited, man, because I really want y'all to understand, man, that, you know, and it's real true. That's why I love, like, I get into the Bible. Y'all, I'm not going to, I'm a spiritual person, but I love the Bible because it gives you keys. It gives you keys on how to protect yourself. It gives you keys on how to bring in abundance. It's letting you know that you are in control of your own reality. You are the co-creator of your own reality. You see what I'm saying? So a man think it, so he shall become. That says a lot right there. Yeah, the reason you ain't got nothing in your life, the reason you struggling right now, the reason you so unhappy is because of your mindset. Because you think you unhappy. Because you think you ain't got nothing and you think you don't deserve it. You see what I'm saying? Therefore, you speaking it into existence because you lack the thought process that, or you lack the knowledge or the understanding that there's power in the tongue. You lack that. Here it is. I'm going to tell y'all, it's going to be a handful of people that's going to get out off of this live charged up to the point of where they actually know anything they want in this world is already theirs the moment that they think it. The moment that they speak it and they decide to put that energy into motion, it's already theirs. It be some people, man, that be so charged up about what it is that they know that's already theirs. Already, you can't tell them nothing. They getting up, they putting that energy into motion every day. They running toward it. Every day they go to sleep, they eat, sleep, and shit. Thinking about what it is that they're trying to manifest in their life. They not about to let nobody come along and tell them what it is that they can't do. You see what I'm saying? If they tired, they up in the morning with a cup of Joe. They working out, balancing their energy out every day, exercising their own mindsets. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Meditation is great because meditation is all about observation. Meditation is all about listening. So if you're meditating, then what you're actually doing is you're able to listen to your own thought process. Damn, is this how I really think? Do I really think that I'm a good for nothing sack of SHIT? You see what I'm saying? Do I really think that I'm incapable of doing these type of things? Do I really think that they better than me? That's how people actually think. Once you can start to manage your own thoughts, start to change the way that you think, start to raise your frequency up, it hit different. It hit different. Somebody said it hit different in the comment section. It hit different. I really want y'all to know, man, especially if you consider yourself a god or a goddess. There is nothing in this realm of reality that you can't have. All you have to do is change the way you think, the way you speak about it, and the energy that you decide to invest into it. It's going to be a lot of people that's going to come along and say, hey, you big-headed. You think you the SHIT. You got to be humble. They're going to come along and they're going to think that because they don't think the way that you think. They want to humble you. They want to bring you down to the frequency that they're operating in so that you can be on a level of life that they're on. You are not meant to be in this realm of reality fucked up. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Now look, don't get it twisted. I don't want y'all thinking that you need to go out here and do anything for money. Because when we get into biblical context, it says it is for the love of money. For the love of money is the root to all evil. Key word is love. Because when somebody loves something, we know love is a strong emotion. When you love something or someone, you'll do anything to get it. You will sell your soul. You will sell your body. You will set somebody up. You will unlive. No, we need to have integrity while we going out and doing what it is that we're doing. But we need to understand that if we want it, it's already ours. We need to understand that if we want it, it's already ours. Somebody say it's already mine in the comment section. Because it's already yours. Yeah. When you wake up, I want you to be charged in the rising. I want you to get up and know that whatever it is that you set out to achieve that day is going to happen. You shouldn't be in the house laying on the couch watching the boob tube and wondering why it is that your life is not amounting to anything. I don't care what age you are. Yeah, it hit different. What you sitting around watching TV for? Ask yourself, can I afford to sit around and watch TV? It's inflation right now. Rent is going high. Food is ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? Can I afford to do these type of things? Or do I need to get up and put my energy into emotions? Do I need to be doing what it is that I need to do in order to manifest the finances that I need? Because I don't care what nobody tell you, man. We're not living from a materialistic standpoint, but we know that as the gods and goddesses that we are, we can manifest whatever it is that we want in this reality. We can manifest the people that we want in our lives. You see what I'm saying? We can do these things, but you have to change the way that you think first and foremost. It's a lot of people out here, man, they looking like, I can't do that. They don't even put the work in to do it. They live in life content. It's a lot of people out here that's living life content. They content with going to work 40 to 80 hours a week and could barely pay their rent. Can barely pay their car note. Can barely get the things that they want in life. And look, can barely even see their children. They're already content in that mindset. They see no need in changing it, but yet and still, they bitch about it every day. You see what I'm saying? And then when you come along and you try to give them an uplifting statement or a speech, when you try to tell them what it is that they need to do because you're on the outside looking in, they ain't trying to hear that because guess what? They're incontent. They have no way of changing the way that they think, right? They don't want to change the way that they think. Therefore, their reality is going to remain the same. You are creating your reality. You are the co-creator of your reality. This is why the Most High is giving you free will to begin with. I'm not trying to dictate what it is that you do. I'm not telling you what it is that you can't have, so on and so forth. I've given you the free will so that you will be able to get up and do what it is that's going to make this experience in this realm of reality that you live in one of the best from the standpoint of you, because you are living an experience. This is the experience. Excuse me. You see what I'm saying? So I just say that, like, if you want to manifest your own reality, this is how you manifest your reality. Now, it's a lot of people that will tell you that you need to do all this other shit. But guess what? You are made up of ether. Okay? You are an elemental being. You don't need to use any other elements, because guess what? You are the elements that you think that you have to use. You see what I'm saying? You're made up of spirit, which is ether. Okay? You're made up of fire. You're made up of earth, wind, fire, water, and spirit. You have the elements in you already. Your body is the temple, the altar. Understand what I'm saying? All you have to do is manage your thoughts. All you have to do is speak things into existence and then put the energy into motion behind it. And watch how your life begins to change. Yeah. And I ain't telling y'all nothing that ain't happened in my own life. You don't think I get up in the morning and rise? I'm operating under the same energy that you operating under on a day-to-day basis. You don't think I get up in the rises sometimes and I feel like, I can't do it or I'm not going to make it. I have to fine tune my thoughts. You see what I'm saying? I can do anything I want. Sometimes you got to say that positive affirmations. You see what I'm saying? Because guess what? That's a part of you speaking it. That's the part of the power in the tongue. When you starting to speak those positive affirmations over your life, I am great. I am worthy. I am wealthy. I am abundant. I am happy. I have loving people around me. What did I say? You have to speak it as if it's already yours. When you start to do those things, you speak a spirit over you. You start to tell the universe what it is that you want. I'm going to tell y'all about Jim Carrey, man. I'm going to tell you, Jim Carrey has to be one of the most powerful manifestors that I've ever seen in this world. Okay? And he used his manifestation techniques through a blank check. Jim Carrey wrote a blank check for $1 million. And he taped it to his mirror. I don't know if it was 1 million or 10. I think it was like 1 million though. Okay? Every rise and he got up, he was brushing his teeth. He imagined himself. He saw himself cashing that check. What did I tell you? A part of your manifestations, if you want a house, you have to see yourself in the house. You have to feel yourself in the house. If you have a family, you got to see your children running around in the house. You got to see y'all in there having little spats in the house. You got to feel the love in the home while you in there. This is all a part of your manifestation. You are walking magic. Look, I don't even got to tell that to the ones who already know. This is why you capable of doing it anyway. Somebody say I am walking magic. You are the magic. You ain't got to do all this extra shit that they telling you to. Yeah, it might put a little ump on it, but this is what I'm telling you. You are the magician. You are the powerful manifester. Chosen. Somebody say I'm walking magic in the comment section, man. I need to see that. He got up every rising. He taped $1 million on his mirror, y'all. Got up every rising. Brushed his teeth. And imagine himself walking in the bank with that $1 million check and depositing that check inside of his account until one day he woke up and he was actually taking that $1 million check that he wrote and taking it to his bank account and cashing that check. That's how you manifest. If you want a house, I don't care if you ain't got the money. You get up and you ride around and you look for the house. That's how you do it. Let me tell y'all, do you know how many houses I've gotten I didn't have the money for? I went and rode around and looked for the house. I looked at the house, took my kids with me, my wife, I took everybody with me. We went and looked for the house. We didn't have the money for the house, didn't have the credit for the house. The last house that I manifested was a 4-bedroom house, 3 living rooms, 3 bathrooms in the house. Didn't have the money for the house when I went to go look for it. That's how you manifest. But I saw myself in that house. I knew that I can get the money. I believed that that house was mine already. You hear what I'm saying? And therefore, when I went to go get the house, it was already mine. I never went to go get anything in my life, y'all, that I didn't know that was already mine already. A lot of y'all ain't even getting up and putting the word. I ain't got the money. I don't even want to go look at it. What am I window shopping for? You see what I'm saying? What am I window shopping for? I don't have the money. I didn't. Man, look, I spoke it every day, man. We gonna get a house. We gonna this the house I want. We running around. I knew what kind of house that I wanted. I knew how many bedrooms I wanted. I knew what it is that I wanted when I wanted it. Every house that I got, I manifested it. If I wanted a house gated in the back, I went and looked for the house. And look, guess what? Even if I got turned down for the house, I still went and got the house. I still went, look, I didn't let that bring my energy down. Okay, well, guess what? That ain't the house that the Most High, my spiritual team, wanted me to have. But I'm going to look at a house that's similar to that. I had people around me, we can't afford it, man. We can afford it. We can afford it. I don't want to hear it. Somebody say I don't want to hear it in the comment section. Look, when you riding around and you got your spouse with you and you going to get that house that you want, you got your kids with you, or you got a roommate or whoever it is that may be helping you get the house, when they saying that you can't afford it, I don't want to hear it. Because guess what? When the Most High says this is yours already, the universe will begin to put you in a situation to be able to maintain that. Understand that. Hey, I'm going to tell you something, man. My wife at the time, right? When we was looking for the house, y'all, I promise you, she was saying we could not afford the house. We can't afford it. That's too much. I'm man, we can afford this house. My energy was at an all-time high. I'm a powerful manifester. This is my mindset. I can have anything I want. Not only did we get the house, but when we moved in the house, the Most High blessed her with a better paying job. Started to help me make more money. This how spirit work. This is how your ancestors work. This is what I'm telling you, bro. When we moved into the house, not only did we get the house, but when we moved in there, she got a better paying job. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is what I mean. We can afford it. It's already mine. You see what I'm saying? This is the mindset that you have to have when you're going out and doing anything. See it. Think it. Feel it. And put the energy into emotion. Because the Most High is not going to put you in a situation that you ain't supposed to be in anyway. The universe is not going to put you in a situation. Believe me, but guess what? Once you start to change that mindset, once you start to lower your vibrational frequency, once you start to have those negative thought processes, and once you start to go against that, watch how things start to fall apart. Because then the universe is going to say, man, look, you ain't appreciating the blessings that I'm giving to you. You see what I'm saying? You ain't going to appreciate it. Today, after hearing this, man, look, I came on here, you know what? Because, like, I get tired of hearing people talking about what it is that they can't afford, you know, acting like, you know, not knowing their capabilities. Let me just say it like that, you know. So I said, you know what? This is something that the collective needs to hold. Let he who has eyes hear clearly. And if you receive it, say I receive it in the comment section. Whatever you want in this realm of reality is already yours as long as you think it's yours, as long as you speak it into the universe, and as long as you're willing to put the energy into motion. From a high vibrational standpoint, you have to vibrate at a higher vibrational frequency. You got to have that high energy. I don't need no negativity around me. And when you have negative people around you, you need to begin to push them out of your life. Why I need to be around you? You ain't got the same mindset I got. You ain't doing nothing but cheering me from what it is that I want. And I can guarantee you those same people, they gonna start to look at you like you think you snobby. They gonna start to look at you like you egotistic, like you think you better than them. But the fact of the matter is that you just think different from them. You know that you're capable of having these things. You see what I'm saying? You know who it is that you are. You know what it is that you can do and what it is that you can achieve. See, it hit different when you know how capable you are. You see what I'm saying? When you know instead of believing, I know, it hit different. I know I can have that house. That's my house already. I know I can get that car. I know I can be a millionaire. I know I can get a higher paying job. I know that's when the universe starts to respond to you from a different standpoint. I'm capable of doing these things. And see, that's the difference between you and the next person is that you know and they ain't got a clue. They ain't got a clue. You feel me? That's the difference. I want to change our lives, man. I told y'all when I came on here, yo, I want you to understand, first of all, you are powerful. Somebody say I'm powerful in the comment section, man. You are powerful. You are more than who it is that they've taught you that you were to begin with. This is why they got to put certain things in your foods and all that to lower your frequency, because you are a powerful person. Somebody say I'm powerful in the comment section, man, because you powerful. But see, it ain't going to be till you start to realize how actually powerful you are is when you're going to start to believe, when you're going to start to bring things in fruition. And I'm telling y'all, it's going to be people that's not going to like you because you believe in yourself. It's going to be people that's going to think you snobby, that's going to think you better than them. So what? You know who you are? Half the time, let me tell you what I do notice, man. Half the time when people are winning in life, for the ones who are not trying to hold things to their chest, they go around and they tell people how it is that they can achieve the same things. But see, the fact is that they don't believe that you achieved it based on what it is that I'm telling you. Now, look, it's a lot of people that ain't going to believe that I was thinking the way that I was thinking, that I went to go shop for a house when I didn't have it, right? They going to think that. Ain't no way he got the house. He already had the money. He been doing this. He already had the money. He could afford the house. All that was just something to say with it because there's nothing else to say. No, they gonna believe that was happening. Therefore, they're gonna run away from the whole thought process and they gonna lose. I guarantee you, y'all. Look, let me tell you something. Not only was our credit not right, we didn't have good credit. I still ain't got good credit. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. Like, you see what I'm saying? Not only was our credit not right, I mean, not only did we not have the finances, but we didn't have the credit as well. You see what I'm saying? But because I believed, because I knew, because I understood how powerful of a manifestor I am, we was able to get it. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of people that ain't going to believe it, so therefore they ain't going to even go out and go try it. It's a lot of people that's living in the slums right now that I ain't got the money, but I don't want to live here. I don't want to live where my kids can't go outside because they shooting every day. You see what I'm saying? They ain't going to even get up and try this. Well, you know what? Let me start going to look for a house. Let me start speaking like it's already mine. Let me raise my frequency up. You see what I'm saying? They ain't going to do it. But look, for those of you who know that you're more than capable, watch how you get up, watch how you start to do it, and watch how circumstances start to change for you. That money gonna come out the blue for you to get the house. The money gonna come out the blue for you to get the house. And that wasn't even the first house we did like that. Every house that we went to go get, we didn't have the money. We did not have the money to go get the house. We just went and looked for the house, and then the money came from out the blue. I'm not gonna lie. You see what I'm saying? Every house that we went to get, I'm telling you, man, if she was right now, she would tell you that I didn't believe that we was going to be able to afford it. But each and every time something happened, we went to afford it. But see, the problem is a lot of people, right, we was able to afford it. But look, the problem is that a lot of people, they become content. They become content with their own lifestyle. I need something. But see, you have to understand this first and foremost. Times are changing. Times are changing. The majority of the houses right now that's like, because we are in inflation right now, half of the houses that people look for right now, especially if you have a family, these houses are like, they want 2,200 and up. Now, I just recently seen some houses on that I was looking at, right? They want 28 and up a month for these houses, 3-bedroom homes. 28 a month. If you don't change the way you think, you're going to always be left behind. Because guess what? The very house that you living in right now that you're selling for, eventually, the landlord is not going to have a choice but to bring that rent up if he wants to survive. Okay? Because guess what? Inflation is going up. The price of living is going up with inflation. You see what I'm saying? So either way it go, you're going to have to start changing your mindset in order for you to be able to bring in the things that you want into your life. to live the life that you want to live, to have the people in your life that you want in your life, you're going to have to start to change your mindset. You see what I'm saying? Because every year, the price of living goes up. I'm pretty sure there ain't one person in here that can object to that. Every year, the price of living goes up. Even if they bring minimum wage up, they bring the price of living up as well. And one thing I will say about the rich and the wealthy, they ain't finna go broke to make your ass feel comfortable. You see what I'm saying? They're not going broke to make you feel comfortable. So if inflation is around, if the price of living going up, they gonna bring that up to accommodate their lifestyle to ensure that they're continuously living the life that they want to live. And it's going to be up to you to do the same thing. Are you going to continuously elevate your thought process, the way you speak over yourself, the energy you decide to put in behind it in certain circumstances? Or are you going to remain stagnant with the same mindset? It's up to you. That's the key point. That's really it. That's all. You see? Because the world is going to continuously evolve. And see, you have to understand who it is that you are. I'll never forget my OG told me one day, man, look, you got to work smart, not hard. You got to work smart, not hard. That's the problem with some of y'all. Y'all feel like y'all got to work harder and not smarter. Realize who it is that you are and what it is that you have in you. For those of you who still like vibrating at the frequency of the Bible, you have to understand it says, stronger is he that is in me than he that is of the world. You have a God energy within you. And you have a goddess energy in you. And the sooner you start to recognize that, the better off you will be. I'm telling y'all, bro, right now, if I decided I want to get up and go search, I'm going to get it because that's my mindset. I'm going to go get it and I ain't going to stop until I get it. I'm not going to remain stagnant. Whatever I want in this world, I'm going to go get it. And I'm not going to stop until I go get it. Many people around me who have encountered me, who know me on a first-hand basis, will tell you anything that I've wanted, I've gotten it. And it's solely based on the way that I think. I don't sit around. If I have to change my attitude, see, first of all, you have to assess you. That's what a lot of people don't want to do. They don't sit back and assess themselves. They're too busy assessing everything and everybody else around them. What it is that they're doing wrong, what it is that they don't like about them, where it is that they're failing in their life, so on and so forth. They're not taking the time to really sit back and assess who it is that they are, why it is that they're failing, what it is that they can do better in order to grow, so on and so forth. And therefore, they're still stagnant, while at the same time trying to tell somebody else why it is that they're still stagnant. It don't make sense. Alicia Tate, welcome to the live, guys. It don't make sense. You have to sit back and you have to analyze yourself. You have to see where it is that you're failing when it comes to your thought process. What type of energy you are emitting when it comes to dealing with other people. What is my attitude toward life? Do I believe that I'm capable or not? You see what I'm saying? How is it that I'm speaking to others? You see what I'm saying? That can cause me to be in a stagnant motion. Where is it that I am failing? Because look, I can't control what everybody else is doing around me, but I can control me. I can control my thoughts. I can control my words, my actions, my hustle. I can control me. You see what I'm saying? You can't control nobody else. Look, man, if that's the life you want to live, I'm going to allow you to live it. I can give you encouraging words. I can give you words to pull you up. But guess what? If you're not willing to think on that level, if you're not willing to assess yourself, if you see no need to change, ain't nothing I can do for you. Ain't nothing I can do with you. Ain't nothing I can do for you, and ain't nothing that I can do with you. The best thing that you can do for yourself is to alleviate yourself from the problem. Keep moving forward so that your blessings won't be blocked along with theirs because of the way that they think. One thing we have to understand is that sometimes growth requires separation. Separation from family. Separation from friends. Separation from that old ass job that you've been working and serving you no purpose, but you love it so much that you don't want to leave because you don't want to prevent or you don't want to disappoint that supervisor that don't give a fuck about your ass anyway. So you stand there. He living a life, or she living a good life. They got a 6-figure job. They able to afford their house. They pay raise still going up every month, but you still stand there because you don't want to disappoint them, because you're afraid to separate yourself from that job, that person, that place, that thing, that mindset. You're afraid to leave these places alone so that you can elevate for you and the people around you that look up to you. Therefore, you stagnant. Therefore, you stagnant, and you're going to remain stagnant. Wake up. And I want y'all to understand, this is a part of the spiritual warfare. This is a part of spirituality. You recognizing thyself. Know thyself. You need to know who it is that you are. You need to master yourself. It's all about mastering you. When you can master you, your emotions, your thought process, like when you can master self, then everything around you is going to change. I love to say it. Change the way you think and everything else around you will change as well. You have to change the way you think and everything else around you will change as well. That's the first step to everything, because so a man thinketh, so he shall become. If you think you ain't shit, you ain't going to be shit. If you think you can't do it, you ain't going to do it. You ain't going to even put the effort into trying to do it because you've already rooted yourself in that thought process. And since you begin to root yourself in that thought process, it ain't going to be too long before you start to tell everybody around you to do it. Here it is. You got people coming up to you, telling you about how positive their life is. Now you find yourself being jealous, hateful, envious, talking down on them because of the way you think. You don't like the way they think. I'm trying to tell them they ain't going to be able to do that, man. They got to get licensed for that. They need insurance for that. They got to get their bag up for that. You mad because they thinking, man, I'm going to do it. I don't care. It is what it is. I can do it. You mad because you don't want to change the way you think. James Vidrine said, wake up with understanding. That's big facts. You have to wake up with the overstanding of who it is that you are and what it is that you're capable of doing. You walking around, they think they the shit. Hating. You, like, I'm telling you, man, you'll find yourself in that energy, bro, because there's people out here who know their capabilities, who know their worth, who know what it is that they can do. They know how powerful of an alchemist they are. They can take any situation that they're in and they can make it good. See, that's what you have to do. You have to learn how to transmute energy as a powerful alchemist. You have to learn how to transmute energy. Anything that's being thrown at you, you have to learn how to take that and use that same negative energy that was meant to pull you down, to keep you stagnant and complacent. And you have to be able to use that energy to lift you up and to make something positive out of it, to push you forward, to keep you moving. That's when you become a powerful manifester. That's when you can say, I'm a powerful alchemist, man. Anything you throw at me, I'm going to find a way to use that and make me. Make it build me in or the people around me. I love that. He say this world will put you down. Don't answer. That's big facts. So I just wanted to come on here because I told y'all, man, one thing I love to do is pick people up. I love to motivate them, man, and tell them what it is that they can do. But if we on this spiritual journey, we have to understand it's not about being stagnant. Your spiritual journey is all about your ascension. And it's time for you to awaken to the fact that you are a co-creator to your own reality, and everything that's happening in your life is by way of you manifesting it. It's time for you to start to wake up and realize that you are the co-creator to your life, and everything that's happening in your life is happening by way of you manifesting it. Somebody say, I manifest my own reality. Somebody say, I manifest my own reality, because you're manifesting your own reality through your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Because that's what I told you. That's everything that I just said was you manifesting your own reality through your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Yeah. You want to know how you manifest? I just gave it to you. Don't expect it to happen overnight, but get up with that positive energy every day. Be happy about it. You need to be happy when you fail, because it was a learning experience. You see what I'm saying? Even when I fail, I'm going to be happy because, look, I learned from that fail that I took, that fall that I took. I know I'm manifesting my own reality. I know things ain't going to happen overnight, but guess what? It's not deterring me. It's not demotivating me, and the damn show ain't gonna stop me. You see what I'm saying? It ain't gonna stop me. Once you can start to think along those lines, everything in your life is gonna change. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm a walking testimony of this. I am a walking testimony of this. Y'all just heard me tell y'all, bro, I went out and I looked for houses. The last house that I manifested, I did not have the money for. It was a 4-bedroom home, three living rooms in it, 3 bathrooms in it, big ass backyard. I can't make it up. Beautiful community. My credit was not right. As soon as I got in the house, my wife in the chat, she ended up getting a better job to be able, she was making about a rack a week. Like, it just hit different, y'all. That's how the Most High, your spiritual team works. When you start to believe in yourself, when you start to change the way you think, when you start to speak differently over your life, that's when things are going to change for you. Don't be sitting around wondering why it is, oh, my life ain't good. They life doing this. Why I'm the only one lacking. You're lacking because of the way you think. You worried about how it is somebody else is achieving. That's why you're lacking, because you won't change your mindset. You won't start to think positive. You won't uplift yourself. This is why you're lacking. You don't believe that you can do it first and foremost. This is why you're lacking. This is why you don't have. You see what I'm saying? The moment things go wrong in your life, you pull away because things ain't happening as fast as you want it to happen in your life. You pull away. Now, look, if I would have stopped looking for a house because the first house that I went for, they said I couldn't get it, even though I knew I didn't have the money, I wouldn't have got it to begin with. But see, I got up every day and I drug my family with me every day. I ain't gonna lie. All while she was saying, we can't afford it. That's too much money. She ain't even knowing that God was finna get ready to bless her with a new job. She ain't even knowing that because the Most High is saying, follow the leader. I've given you somebody that believes in themselves, that's powerful enough to manifest. Follow the leader. And as soon as you get what it is that he believes that you're going to get, then guess what? I'm going to bless you with something to where you're going to be comfortable enough in believing that you can afford it. And that's just what happened. That's just what happened. So yeah, y'all, with that being said, man, I want to leave y'all as I came. I got another lecture that we're going to be doing, man. I think today, Wednesday, we might do that lecture Friday or Sunday, but this lecture is going to be like a little different, but I just wanted to come on here and show you how to manifest over your own reality, man. Understand this. You have to understand first and foremost that you are an elemental being. You are an elemental being. If you know anything about ancestral veneration, then you know what it is that I'm talking about. You have a spirit, a soul, right? Or ether. You have ether. That's one of the elements that you need. That's not on the elemental chart, right? But then you're made up of earth, wind, fire, and water. Your body is a temple or a walking altar. You see what I'm saying? This is why you're able to think things into existence. This is why you're able to speak things and then they come towards you as long as you're putting that energy that's within you into motion. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what energy is. It's energy in motion, or emotions are energy in motions. Okay? And so, look, guys, I just want to leave y'all as I came. Make sure you get over to YouTube. Follow me on YouTube at I Am Awake. And look, another thing, if you want to hear more of this type of talk, man, get over to the Spiritual Lounge on YouTube. Make sure you go over there. I know it's a lot of people that's been saying that they've been having a hard time when it comes to like actually getting over there, subscribing. But y'all, give me up to 1,000 over there. Give me up to 1,000. We already over 200. I think we almost at 300. Give me up to 1,000 over there. I really want to start doing my live lectures over there because I feel like Facebook is not the platform to do long form content. I feel like YouTube is more of the platform to do that, even though I do have the website coming up. The website will be up at the end of this week, the beginning of either the end of this week or the end of next week, either one. We're going to have a lot of exclusive content that we can't talk about on these platforms over there. But in order to get on there, you're going to have to subscribe, okay? And look, I want to leave y'all as I can. Like I said, I want you guys to always be aware, because to be aware is to be alive. And as always, peace, love, light, and abundance to you all. Ashe, ashe, ashe.